Hi folks, and welcome back to According to Eddie. A very specific one today. You probably won't be interested unless you have got a late 90s to early 2000s Volkswagen TDI, which appears to be making a lot of smoke in a very particular way. So if you are not one of those people, you probably want to find a new video. But what if you're like me and you have got an old Volkswagen TDI, 1.9 PD in my case, and you're getting smoke at a strange, in a strange way, in that you get a bit of blue smoke, which always looks bad, but it's not on startup, and it's not once the engine has warmed up, it's somewhere in between. And on top of that, it seems to be after either going downhill and then putting your foot on the throttle, getting a load of blue smoke, or if you are engine braking in any other way, and it's only between about a quarter of a mile in to about when the engine is up to operating temperature. What do you do under those circumstances? Now, blue smoke, normally very, very bad. It suggests there's oil getting into the combustion chamber, and that can be a very big repair. Or it could mean something wrong with the injectors or valves. Turns out, though, there is another thing it could be, and you'll want to check this before you do any of that, because the repair is only 10 quid. These Volkswagen diesels went into a whole load of Volkswagens, Audis, Seats and Skodas between about 1996 and 2005. They're 1.9 litres, they're solid as a rock, and they're actually quite simple. What this means, though, is that there's relatively few things to go wrong, but they're not exactly like modern diesels. In fact, I got this smoke issue, and a couple of mechanics who I talked to couldn't figure it out, just as I couldn't. Then, as it happened, I had something of a eureka moment, in that I remembered that I'd had to change a temperature sensor in the coolant, because that had started to go. And I'd read in my manual that there is actually a fuel temperature sensor down here. This fuel temperature sensor is 10 quid. That's all it is. But what it does is it helps the engine management work out basically what temperature the engine is at, so that it can send in the right amount of diesel. And I believe, although don't quote me on this, it changes the ignition timing as well. Now, my coolant sensor had gone. It's pretty likely, same factory, same build, that the other temperature sensor was going to go as well. So I changed it. In fact, you can actually see down there the little bit of blue glove which is still stuck in this temperature sensor. It's very easy. You just pull out the metal clip, and, well, I moved these pipes out of the way from the fuel filter, so I just lifted this out and shifted it over, and then just pull it out, change the sensor over, push it back in with a new O-ring, job done. You can actually find a video of how to do that online, which does it better than the way that I did it, so I'll see if I can find the link. But that sensor was 10 quid, immediately stopped the smoking. Saved me having to try to do a whole engine rebuild, or see if it was injectors or valves or anything like that. So if you've got smoke coming from your Volkswagen TDI, and it's not the PCV valve, I'd already changed that, and you're not burning a whole load of oil, it could well be the blue smoke is coming from the fuel temperature sensor, because, let's not forget, diesel is actually quite unrefined oil. That's why it was blue. So, hopefully this will help save you a whole lot of time, whole lot of effort, whole lot of money, if you've got one of these Volkswagen PDs. So hopefully this video has been of some use to you. If you've got any questions or comments, then please leave them below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and see you next time.